Not every tool is born in a factory. Some are made right here with a little imagination, some fire, and a few late nights in the shop. This gas forge started life as an old Craftsman toolbox that had been lying empty for a long time. Where other people saw junk, I saw potential. Welcome to Design Build Workshop on the Soul of the Workshop series. Today we're going to talk about a Craftsman toolbox that was turned into a gas forge. So you can see from these images, what I had was a really old forge that I had from a long time ago that was basically a 5-burner that I used for pretty much almost all of my production stuff that I was doing when I was a blacksmith. And because that thing was so big and it got so hot, I really didn't need that kind of space anymore or that kind of size for a forge. So I basically took it apart, salvaged what I could out of it, and then I had this toolbox and I thought, why not? So cleaned it up, got all the bricks separated, all the good bricks, got the fiber set up, all the good fiber set aside, and then basically lined the forge with what I had, and it worked great. This toolbox was probably my first toolbox that I ever got. I think I got it somewhere when I was maybe graduated from high school, and it's one of the old Craftsman, gray toolboxes that pretty much you'll find almost anywhere. So this has been laying around for a long time because I don't need a large forge any longer. I thought this would be a perfect size and a great way to utilize something I had laying around because I love repurposing stuff. The old one that I had when I was working as a professional blacksmith was really large forge, and I could do a lot of scroll work and everything else in there, but I just don't need that size anymore. And I had a lot of leftover stuff in there, so I basically took what was still good as far as the fire brick and the fiber that was still good in that forge and got the best pieces out of it and relined this one. And this has been working really well for me. I've only used it a couple times now, and I'm only using 2 burners, and those are NC Tool burners from an NC Tool forge. And I had purchased 2 of those previously. So I've got the one here with the 2 burner, and I still have the 3 burner set up. But this one is so small, and so I only need the 2 burners. So the construction of this is pretty basic. You just have the 2 burners coming in, the feed from the propane tank, and then just the one cutout on the end, because there was no need to pass through because I'm not working that big anymore. The great thing about this is that, the top still opens up. So I can access this if I need to rebuild anything and then just close it back up. And in the beginning when I first did this, I was thinking it would just be kind of funny to take a toolbox and make a forge out of it. But it's been really handy and it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. So it's perfect for what I have, in the small garage workspace. So you can see the construction, the bricks on the sides, fiber on the bottom and fiber on the top. And there's 2 layers of fiber on the bottom and 2 layers on the top. As you saw when I opened up the top, you can see that there was 2 layers in there. It does pretty well as far as staying cool. I mean, it's still a little warm, but it doesn't get, super hot or anything. You can see, of course, it got a little hot here, but really the paint hasn't really come off any more than that. And I've had it running for almost an hour. I think it's holding up pretty well. I kind of like the patina on it just from being, an old toolbox. And I love the fact that it still has the latches on it and still has the labeling. So, like I said, I think it's kind of a quirky, fun piece. This forge isn't just a tool. It's a reminder that craftsmanship isn't about buying the best. It's about building with what you have. It's about seeing what could be instead of what is. Thanks again for joining me on Design Build Workshop and the Soul of the Workshop series on this build of the Toolbox Forge. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to see more of this content, I would really appreciate it.